Hey guys, this is Charlie. Final stop of the day today. Kind of taking you through a tour of some of our jobs today. If you've been following us being online here or on live on the Facebook. I'm down in the basement of our Clearwater job. We're building the home out here on 20 acres. Nathan's kind of taking you through some of it as we've been going here. I kind of wanted to point out three things that Wichita Homeworks can offer you that a lot of companies maybe would scrimp on or something like that. If you look behind me here, we're in the utility room. For instance, the plumbers that we try to use on our jobs here, notice how everything's straight and in order. There is an actual order and flow to the things that we've done here. No pun intended, by the way, on plumbing. We go down through here. They're all labeled as to what goes where right on the tube, which is the flexible tubing that houses are plumbed with nowadays. It'll start in, for instance, everything in the master bedroom. We've got the master lavatory. It goes master stool, master lavatory, master south shower, master shower. That way, when you have that emergency in your bathroom, and oh man, I got to find that. You could actually, if you didn't know which one that it actually was, those four right there tell you that it's in the bathroom. You could switch those four off real quick. A good plumber will actually make sure that those things are grouped like that. You'll notice his solder work here on the copper. Everything's straight and neat so that we can still get back to things that we need to. Same with our electricians. Some of the wires hanging here are the temporary lighting and things like that because we haven't got to the stage of finally having all the electrical done. In back here, don't let these wires alarm you. These are nothing but TV wires, which will be wired into a distribution panel for their television. But you can see how this is a pump and dump system for the heating and cooling down here. Notice how neatly everything's plumbed. It's all accessible. So in those emergencies when things would start to leak or you'd have to shut it down in a hurry, we can get to those things quickly. We know where they are. We go through it with the customers before we leave, what shuts off what, and it is labeled when we leave. I'm going to take you upstairs here. If you walk with me here, we've got the great room here for, it is wired for surround sound. We also, sorry about the echo in here, it's a pretty good sized room. We've also, as you can see, the wires coming down here are the HDMI cables, as well as a television antenna wire. That's for a projector that they'll be projecting onto that wall over there. Some of these, let's go this way. Some of these boxes here are the sound system so that we can patch it through. Also for your surround sound speakers. You can see the wires coming out of the wall here. They wanted them up high and kind of out of the way. They want to use those small Bose speakers that work really well and look very neat. We've got the mids, the middle ones. Sorry, my finger's in the way there. Got the middle ones here, and then your backside ones are up here. One more thing, I'll take you up here. This is in the department of things to kind of think about as you design your home. This home has very high ceilings, rather large walls, as you can see behind us. They did a nice job here in back of me. Rather than taking the wall absolutely straight up, we suggested a nice shelf there with lighting. There's also a switched plug up there on the floor of that, so they could put some of their decorations up there. The lady of the house here has some rather neat plants, things like that she wanted to put up there, as well as some decorative items. So we have it lit. Each one of those lights is on a gimbal, so you can kind of focus it where you want. And then there is a switch plug, as I said. Getting back to my first point, when you have walls that are very tall or ceilings that are tall, it's always good to think about the size of your casings and your base shoe or base trim. When we have these larger high walls, we try to use the wider trim because the normal 2 1/4 will absolutely just kind of disappear when you've got walls, of this size to go with. And as you can see, I'm quite a ways over there from that closet over there. You can actually see that you can still see the trim. Because at this distance, if it was the standard stuff, it would have disappeared, and then you don't get the nice look of a nicely trimmed outdoor. Probably taken enough of your time here. I just kind of took you through the place. We're just now getting the cabinets finished. We're going to be ready for, we have a range hood to build yet, and then there'll be a little transom kind of decorative piece above the window yet between the cabinets. These are kind of a neat colored cabinet we don't see real often. There'll be a couple of corbels here that go up to the quartz countertops on the job. So that gives you kind of a view of that as well. I'll keep you updated on this project too. Thanks for listening to us. If you see something you like here, give us a comment. If you'd like us to come out and see what we can design for you, please give us a call. We'll talk at you later. Thanks.